And so the new part of the season begins. I've thinned this yard down quite a bit during the nuke season because some of them I just end up going right to the bottom of the hive to get what I need. Anyway, so I've got 4, 5, 6. I took about a dozen hives actually totally right out of this yard. Um, so, but anyway, now this part of the season is a little different. Let some of them get ahead of me so they have honey supers on, like I run all singles this time of year. But so I don't know, have 2, 4, 6 in honey supers here, and the rest of them I don't want any more honey supers. I don't want honey. Okay, like I'm not that guy. Okay, honey supers are for my kids to sell the honey. Anyway, and grandkids. Anyway, I come around if anything's getting too strong. I'll pull a frame of brood out of it, and that's how I'll control the strength, brood and bees, right? So if I have to, eventually I'll actually slip a medium underneath. That's just for wintering. But I'm not up to that yet. I want to split a whole bunch. It's either make bees now or buy them in the spring, because I'm gonna get bigger no matter what. So, so this is this little yard. Took 3 out of this one. Each one of those Pro Nuke boxes are 5 frames, and they have 5 frames of fully capped brood in them. So, and then enough bees to keep everything toasty, right? Some of them are hatching out as we speak, but that's how I make my splits. So, you could have 2 boxes on top of each other and wait for them to grow into them. Each box would have 5 frames of brood in it, right? If they were full frames, and you would split one box off. Well, instead I'm just going in and I'm taking 5 full cap frames of brood with bees attached. Now, I don't do that all out of one hive, unless it was that good, then I would, right? I've done it out of one hive before. But so what I might do is I might go to these front 2 here, and I assess them, see how big they are, see how many bees. I got to go through another month, so we're talking about like a regular 2-frame, regular 4-frame nuke. 2 frames of brood with 4 frames of bees. That'll get you into a full single in about 3 weeks, right? So I can assess these and see where they're at, and I don't pull them back too far. But I'll steal a frame. So maybe, I think that first one I took a frame, second one I didn't, because it's only like maybe 6 frames of bees or something. And I'm also trying to get frames pulled out, because next year I'm gonna have to put out a whole bunch of nukes, and so I think after everything was done this year, I think my bees needed to still pull out about 800 frames of wax, right? So like, I'm different than you honey makers. Honey makers just stack boxes, right? I don't want to pick up the box that's been stacked because they're heavy, right? I have a fuse back, so but my kids do make that part of their business, and they actually bought 20 this year, 20 hives. So that's I gotta make sure they get their honey out of that. I gotta make sure they make their money out of that, right? So if a box of bees comes into my yard, I buy a box of bees. that box of bees is going to make me that money, the money that I paid for it back, and hopefully double it. That's just my rule, right? Now we're talking beekeeping, so, you know, rules are meant to be broken by the bees. Anyway, so I got those 3. Actually, this one right here, see I have an M on that. Those ones are medium frames, and that come from that far back one over there. That's just a one that I just set it aside. It had a few medium frames in it, and so I set it aside. I needed the queen. I used the queen, right? And then I just left them. They made a new queen. Or I might have put a cell in it. I can't remember. Anyways, then I needed a queen again, so I took the queen. But even though I've taken the queen twice out of that hive, they got a really nice queen in there, and she's going to town. So she had all 10 frames all the way across. Well, 9 out of the 10 medium frames, right full of brood. So I had to pull that back, or she's going to run out of room, because I need a full 10 frames of deep. That's what she can lay in, and she can fill all 10 frames, right? But she can't do more than that, so that's how I get away with running them in singles. But in a medium, they can get plugged out, and she may end up without anywhere to lay. So I pulled 5 full cap frames of brood out of there and took the bees, because they're already up in the honey super. That's a honey super, even though it's green on that one. That's just the box I had. I could change it, but I don't care that much. So I pulled them back pretty good. They got 5, actually 2 of the frames I put in there were pulled mediums, and the other frames that I put in there are all blanks. So they need to pull them for her to lay in, right? And they can keep working. Anyway, I gotta watch that one. Anything in a medium, you gotta watch it. So I just pulled that one back big time. But anyway, that's what I'm up to right now. And eventually I'll be splitting bees from other yards and bringing them to this one and filling this one up, maybe. Haven't decided yet. Anyway, have a good day. We're getting some splitting done for ourselves finally. Got lots of queens if anybody wants any. Anyway, talk to you.